Hello everybody, and happy Saturday. Welcome to the live stream. Just like I normally do, I've got a vertical stream happening and I've got a horizontal stream, so if you want to check one or the other out, do it. Let's see. Get away from the gate there. I'm still running a very vanilla game right now. I've updated, but I haven't gotten all my mods installed, so things look pretty average, pretty plain. Today we're going to do a couple of fun things. We are going to do a little bit of running around, gather up some resources, and I think I want to work on the road out in the mesa. Let's stop off over here and gather up some stuff. All right, horse up. Yeah, things just look a little flat, a little jittery. Oh, I've got... This guy looked weird. Look at me again. Hello? Oh, you look okay. I've got a weird resource pack on, and so I thought their eyes were missing, but we're good. Yep. Okay. I'm just going to gather a couple of stacks stone. If you watched my Let's Play episode, you know we found ourselves in a position where the road is kind of going in two directions. And so I think if we get the mesa end of it finished, then we can focus a lot of our energy on the taiga, the snowy end, and it'll just make more sense, ultimately. I think we've got some materials over there, but I just want to grab a little bit more just in case. Might as well grab this too. Okay, that's 2 stacks of stone, a little bit of other goodies. Great. Where's the sun? Sun's up in the sky still. So, let's see if we can get across the world over to the mesa before the sun goes down. It's funny, I try to keep the game pretty vanilla, but I do a bunch of kind of quality of life mods that just make the rendering better and the light better and some of the mob animations better. And when they are missing, it just looks real flat. Real weird. You get spoiled. Just wrapped up editing next week's episode. If you are a YouTube member, you get early access to that, of course. And in case you hadn't been able to tell, we did upgrade to 1.21.10, and so we do a little bit of work with the copper golems, that kind of thing. And it's pretty cool. I'm pretty jazzed about the addition of the copper golems, and the other thing I'm really excited about that I didn't think I would be super excited about was the shelves. Now the rendering is so goofy. Hello, welcome to the stream. Just goofing off and building some roads today. I built a storage facility in my world months ago with the plan to add copper golems later. Hello, Lee No Lovers. Boy, that's a long username. Welcome to the stream. Oh, I'm glad you like my channel. Thank you. Appreciate the people who tune in regularly and watch it all kind of come together. All right, here we are. So the road comes out here to the desert and goes all the way across to that desert village way over there. And recently we built a mesa village off in this direction, and we need to get the road out there. I don't think we can see it from here. I don't think. Especially without my mods, the rendering is not very far out. Yeah, we definitely can't see it. But anyway, you can kind of see these netherrack blocks. That's where the road is going to go. Kind of out there, and then like way out there. So that's the plan. Let's check over here real quick and see what kind of materials I've got. Thought I had a chest over here, but apparently not. I just have the donkeys. Donkey number 1 has not a lot, and donkey number 2 has not a lot either. Got a tiny bit of stone. Well, I need more stuff than that for sure. Let's run around real quick and see if we can gather up some more goodies. See if I have anything over here. Well, hello, Eddie. Welcome to the stream. So, recap the series. Boy, that's a lot of stuff that's happened. So, yeah, today we are gonna work on the road that goes from the desert out towards the mesa. The mesa village came together quite nice. Here's my chest. I knew there was a chest over here. What do I got? There we go. I got a little bit of tuff. A lot of andesite. Let's grab the tuff. Grab those, let's grab those, let's grab that, and that, and maybe that. Yeah, that'll get us started. Joseph V, welcome to the stream, thank you. Yeah, so anyway, Eddie, to answer your question, we built a village over in the mesa, and working on getting the road over there. Just updated to 1.21.10. So next episode we get into copper golem, stuff like that. Okay, let's make a plan here. Okay, let's dump some of this off here. We'll put that and that in there. One of those. I think this guy had a bunch of cobble. Yep, put that in there. Cool. And it looks like the sun is going down. So let's turn one of these into stone bricks. And sleep. Time to sleep. Sleep time. Sleep asleep. Beddy bye. Time for bed. Sleep. Nighty-night. Sleep. There we go. So besides the Mesa village, which we just built, there is one other village over in the desert that we discovered, and then way on the other side of the world. Let me see if I can show you what the map looks like. So way on the other side of the world, there's a taiga village and a snowy village. So we need to connect all of those. And then I think right around episode 100, I'm going to call it, and we're going to move on to something else. People who've been longtime fans of the channel, some of them have given me feedback that they really liked the older series better because there was a lot more redstone, a lot bigger builds. And so the next series that I do, I'm going to kind of return to that sort of thing. And I think it's going to be awesome. So right now, we're on episode 70. So that means 30 more episodes. And then we'll start something new. How's this going to go? Well, we could dig into the side, or yeah, let's dig in. Because once we get up here, it kind of drops off again, and then we could dig through that hill a little bit. That's what we're going to do. Grab the shovel. Let's see. Figure out how wide this thing's going to be here. About like that. Man, I miss my mods. It just looks so jittery and not as smooth as I'm used to. Okay, do I have any torches? I do. Let's see if we can be smart about this. There we go. Nice, good. Yeah, I don't know exactly how this is going to go. We're kind of going to figure it out as we go. Let's see. Come over here. Like so. Yeah. Okay, let's do this. Let's bring this just over to the sand here. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Let's make sure nothing sneaks up on us out of this cave here. Like so. All right. And then we'll start to step it up a little bit to get up and over. Well, hello, welcome to the stream. Just building some roads today. Nothing too crazy. Let's see, do I have any slabs? I have a few. Yeah, I have a few here too. Let's come up just a little bit. like so. Then we'll go back to regular blocks, up again, and I think that'll get us up and over this little sand hill. Yeah. Shovel. Okay, and then a couple more of these and a couple more of these. Come up 2, 2. We'll do it again. Whoops. I think I mentioned it on the last stream that I finally saw the Minecraft movie. I really liked it. I thought it was great. It was exactly what I was hoping it would be. Just silly and fun and lots of inside references, things like that. And they just announced there's going to be a sequel. So I think that's going to be kind of fun. I don't know if everybody's returning or not. I would imagine... Well, I don't know. You know, they could totally do a different story and all that. They did sort of set up a sequel at the end. With that little post-credit scene. Okay, I think we're doing great work here. I kind of wish I had a chest to dump all of my sand in. Let's run over to the desert village and see if I have any wood laying around over there. We can build a chest. Do. Hello, rabbit. Something else I'm going to need is food. I'm running out of food. Let's grab a couple more things real quick. Yeah. King of Microwaves, welcome to the stream. Just doing a little road work today. Nothing too wild or crazy. I need me a chest, so I'm heading over to the village here to see if there's any wood laying around. Excuse me, everybody. Bonk. Nothing. It's not great. I don't think there's a chest in here. No, there's not. Well, that's not what I wanted to see. I guess we could just take one of these chests. You know, nobody will miss this. Max Jonah Fielder, welcome to the stream. All right, sun going down? No, I got a little bit of time. Let's see if I can get back before the sun goes down. Any wood in here? No, there's fish in here. I didn't really set myself up for success here, did I? Okay. Still running out. Oh, I should have grabbed the fish. I could have eaten the fish. Still running out of food. It is what it is. There's no food in here. No, there's definitely not. Yum, 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 yum. Usually there's a boat here, so I can take a boat across, but I left the boat over by the mesa. All right, let's run before all the husks come out. Run, 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 run. Am I gonna make it? Gonna be close. And sleep. Thank you. Yeah, this series I've been doing for about 70 episodes, and it's big. Like, I just have found villages and connected them all with roads. So right now we're over in the desert. There's a desert village, and way over here there's a mesa village, and that's the road we're working on today. But a little later I'll kind of walk across back to like where our map library and all of that are. But there's, whoa, hello creeper, several villages. Watcha. Don't blow up my road. Where'd that guy come from? Somewhere down there, I guess. Yeah, I don't care for that at all. Okay, let's put these chests down, because that's the whole reason we made that trip. And let's carry on. So yeah, Desert Village is kind of a weird looking little fortress thing. And then, boy, I've kind of trapped myself down here. Mesa Village, every village is a little bit different. So the Mesa Village looks like an old castle. So the road's gonna come across like this. We'll probably dig some of this sand out so it's not quite so bumpy. Come across like this, come down here, and there off in the distance you can see the Mesa Village. We'll probably end up building a bridge here. Cha. And the road will come across here. Following these little netherrack blocks. And there'll probably be another bridge here. Wonder if I have any resources over here left. Let's take a peek. So yeah, there was a village here. You can kind of still see the fountain sitting there, but I pretty much tore most of it down and then built a better village. So this is where the road is going to connect. So we got our work cut out for us. This village just kind of burrows into the side here. And yeah, it just kind of looks like this. Excuse me, Iron Golem, excuse me? Excuse me, sir? Thank you. No, I don't really have any stone or anything in here either. Oh well, it is what it is. Yeah, thanks for popping in. It is late in Europe. I usually stream on Saturdays, and the new episodes come out on Tuesday, so definitely check out some of the work there. But thanks for popping in. That is the tricky thing about being on the the west coast of the United States is it is late in Europe, and it is super early in Australia and India and all of that over there. So yeah, it's kind of awkward for everyone. Okay, got a little bit sidetracked here, but at least you have a little bit of context as far as what's going on. Come on, come on. There we go. So Auntie Nick says in Australia it's 8:30 a.m. So yeah, early breakfast time. But yeah, not absurd like, 5 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning. Okay, where were we? Somewhere over here. Okay. Let me see here. Should I? Let's see. Yeah, let's start at the top and do a little digging up here, just so I can have. Whoa, didn't see that. That would have been a weird misstep. This way I can kind of tell how far I need to dig down, because we only need to go down a couple of blocks and then we'll bring the road up to meet us up here, if that makes any sense at all. Hip the Great, thank you for supporting the channel. I really appreciate that. So yeah, for those of you who are new and don't follow the series or haven't seen the series, in this world I decided to find all of the villages I could that were kind of near each other and then connect them up with roads. So each of the villages has a different theme. It's all, walled off and protected and really, improved. So I am on episode 70 of this series, and I recently decided that we're going to go to episode 100. And once we get to episode 100, we're going to start a new series. The thing with this series that's cool is it's different. I really wanted to do some early game stuff. I haven't gotten to the end. I haven't done Elytra, things like that. Just lots of improvement to the villagers and the villages, which is kind of fun. But after, like thunderstorming? After a few months of doing this, apparently it's raining but not thunderstorming. Who can tell in the desert, right? Anyway, as I was saying, after a few months of doing this, I've found, and I've gotten feedback, that it's gotten a little repetitive. Some of it's still pretty fun, pretty cool, but a lot of what I spend my time on is just building roads and like infrastructure type stuff. Okay, it feels like it's getting dark now. No, it's not. Well, you know what? I'm just going to stand here until I can sleep, because I'm confused. And the last time we didn't go to bed, a creeper snuck up on us, so that shook me. Oh, this is depressing. Okay. But yeah, next episode, if you are a YouTube member, members get to watch the episodes early, so it is up and ready to go. And I did the update, so we get into some copper golems, which is pretty fun. And at our storage facility where we keep all our stuff, do a little bit of experimenting with them. It's pretty fun. I'm really happy with the copper update, the whole Copper Age thing. I think it's real cool. I very much like the golem, of course. The shelf block is amazing. Oh, come on. I just want the sun to come back up. It feels like it's getting dark. This is unnerving. Right? Oh man, I feel like an idiot now. It's definitely sun's going down. Yes, it's turning orange now. Okay. Sleep. There we go. We did it. Texies, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you. Just doing some road work today. And we only had one mild creeper incident, so I'm feeling pretty good about things. Oh, see, another creeper. That's how they get you. Okay. Yeah, let's do a little bit more of this. Ooh, my pick is so strong. KMC, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you. Did I lose my stone? Or did I use my stone? Lose it or use it? Use it or lose it? Who can say? Okay, so then we will go 2 more. Yeah. Of those. Like that, and like, let's see, that'll be stone. Yeah, got it. Like that. And then we'll probably step up one last time. It'll be tough, regular, tough. What's my favorite game? Well, I do mostly play Minecraft, because that's what I've been doing on my channel for ever and ever. What else do I like to do? I like some of the, you know, your Grand Theft Auto and your, oh gosh, what was the one I did that I really liked? Oh, Fable, I used to play that one, you know, back in the day. That was a fun game. You know, your Red Dead Redemption is a good time. But yeah, I spent a lot of time in Minecraft. I need more of these. And I also want to switch things up a little bit. So let's grab one of these. Yeah. Sometimes when they kind of mirror each other and it's exactly the same, it gets a little repetitive. So what I like to do every once in a while is like break it up. I'll show you what I mean here. So we want to do that and that, and then that and that. And then we'll grab this guy and we'll do like 2 in a row. And so then that'll kind of break the symmetry up a little bit, like that. Nice. And then I think we'll keep the road at this level and probably dig through here, because it then dips back down, right? Yeah. Okay, let's finish this little section here. time is it? 3 o'clock. Yeah. Probably go for another hour-ish. I've got a few things I got to do this evening. Got some friends I haven't seen in a while, and I'm going to hang out with them, which will be super fun. Cobble. Yes. Okay, so let's start with, the stone. Yeah, this is tricky to do as well, so it's not too symmetrical. I don't want stone bricks next to each other. Yeah, that, and then we'll do one here, and then we'll do here, like that. Cool. Okay, so that's the stone bricks, and then let's do some andesite. Yeah, why not? And this we want to be a little more sparing with. Here. One here. Maybe here. And here. Cool. And then we'll do some cobble. See, where did the cobble leave off? Back here, it looks like. So we could probably do one here. 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 Like so. Cool. And then just the regular stone. Stone, stone, stone. And then we might come back with a little bit of sand to give it that blown over look that I like, that we've been doing on the rest of the road here. So this is too much here. Let's break this up a little bit like that. Nice. I might add a little bit of sand down there just to make it look a little more supported, but otherwise I think that looks okay. And then we need to do some of the slabs. So let's make some slabs. Oh, I appreciate it. I've been playing for a long time. Oh, I need more slabs than that. Slab, slab, slab. And when I first started playing, obviously you just kind of figure out the basics, you know, how do I not die, whoops, and stuff like that. And then, you know, you start to figure out how to build. Because when you first build, you make everything pretty small. I did anyway. And then I realized, oh, you know what? I can make the ceilings higher and make the halls wider and, you know, all of that. And then I figured out how redstone worked, which was a big thing. I'm really proud of that. So then you can get into all the fun farms and stuff like that. One thing I'm still not great at, but I do try, is decorating, like interiors and stuff like that. That's pretty challenging for me. See, let's do that. No, nothing there, and maybe one here. Ooh. And then, do I have regular slabs? I thought I did. Man, I'm running out of food. Let's eat. Yum, 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 yum. A Riggy fan said hi. Hello, welcome to the stream. Okay. This definitely needs to be terraformed because it looks like garbage. Do I have any sand on me? I have a little bit. What I like to do in the desert is like knock out a block every once in a while and put sand there, so it looks like the sand is kind of spilling onto the road, you know? So we'll do a bit of that, and I'll clean all this up. Let me put some of this stuff away here. Sun is going down, so we'll sleep. I am good. Yeah, let's sleep once the sun goes down, and then I'll tell you what, we'll run across the world so you can see some of the other work I've done for those of you who are new to the channel here. Eat this bread. Nope, not yet. Sleepy time. Time for bed. Betty bye. Nighty night. Time to sleep. Sleepy sleep. Bed to head. There we go. All right. So, way over there, a little earlier we ran over to the desert village to grab some stuff. And we're building the road in this direction, off to the mesa. Where did I put my horse? Horse, I think, is down here on the dock. Let's grab our horse. How long have you been playing? In this world, we are on episode 70, so that is about, I think, just over a year and a half is how long we've been doing this series. Before that, I had another Let's Play series that I did for about 4 years. That world was gigantic. So that's when I started doing the YouTube channel. But I've been playing the game probably about 10 years. I can't remember the version it was on when I started. 1.8, 1.9? No, it's definitely not 1.9. 1.8? I don't remember. Okay. So yeah, over there, that's our desert village. And it was a regular old village I found, and I made it better. So if we ride off in this direction. And that was kind of the point with this world, is to keep it kind of simple early game. Like, I don't have elytra. Otherwise, I would just fly across the world. But I thought it'd be fun to kind of keep it down on the ground. So we go through our little tunnel, and we go across the bridge into the jungle. And then up in the jungle, another tunnel. And again, I apologize for not having my mods installed. I just did the update and I haven't gotten everything updated, so it renders a little slow and all that. I really like this whole jungle bridge, this elevated thing here. And then off in this direction, there is a jungle village that I built. And then if we go in this direction, we get down to a couple of pretty big buildings that house our map and all of our storage. Zoom. Let's take a look at the map real quick. Let's tie up our horse. Stay. Okay. So this is the world. And we were in the desert. So right here, where that little bit of water is, that's where we were building that road. And so we're going to build a road all the way across to that big mesa village over here. So that's that. And then down there, that's the desert village that we saw off in the distance. So what we just did is we how did I build the map? I just put a bunch of item frames on the ground, and I've just been filling out maps and kind of putting them together. It looks pretty cool. But yeah, we rode through that tunnel, we rode across the bridge, we rode through the jungle, and here we are at the map library. Right down the road, there's a big building where I have all my storage, and that's where I've been keeping everything. And then what we'll do is we'll just run outside, and I'll kind of take you across the rest of the world here. But you can see the road kind of goes over here to the kind of coastal village, up here to our farming village. I have a horse stable up here to the... This is my favorite village, I think, just because it looks really cool. There's a really big kind of suspension bridge. And then up here is what we call the hilltop village. And eventually, you can kind of see it right in the middle there. We're going to build a road off into the taiga because there's another village over here that I discovered. So there's a lot more to do. And again, I decided we're only going to go to episode 100. So I need to get this done in the next 30 episodes. The furthest away village is the one down here in the swamp. Swamp villages don't spawn naturally, so I had to actually build one. There is a woodland mansion that I haven't explored yet. It's another village here, and so we'll end up taking the road all the way down here as well, and probably fill out most of this map. So yeah, I do an episode every Tuesday, so if you're not subscribed, definitely do that, and you can kind of follow along. And then once we get done with this, I'm going to start a new series that is going to be much more redstone focused, much bigger builds, and it's going to be awesome. So stick around for that. Let's see, where's the sun at? Sun is kind of up in the sky. Let's now let's see if we can get the next village. Okay, so if we go in this direction. Well, thank you. I think it's going to be fun. My channel tends to be pretty chill. This is my storage facility, just where I keep. It's just a lot of chests. But yeah, pretty laid back, and I like to take things kind of easy, kind of explain the what and why I do what I do, so that you can kind of learn from that if that's your thing. So yeah, up on the left, this is what we call the planning lodge, where there's just a book where I've been keeping track of what I want to do. And then you can see there's a road over there. That road goes off to the Southland, which is our coastal village. And then off to the left, it goes to our farming village. Let's just run down here and take a peek real quick. I like this village because it looks like a coastal village. It's real ragtag, kind of tore up. Let's see, I have my horse. Right, just kind of looks real cobbled together. An armadillo wandering around. Down here there is a little dock, the boat and all that. So yeah, like I said, every village has a little bit of a different theme. This one does have a lighthouse, so you can kind of see it from the ocean. It's pretty cool. And then in every village, I build myself a little area with an iron door so the villagers can't get in. This is a little bit of a spoiler here. This is some of the work I did in the next episode. Oh, stay away, armadillo. Yeah, pretty cool. I love too how the villagers, they just have a different look in every village, which is kind of fun. Oh, thank you. Yeah, the reason I do 13, my last initial is a B, and if you take a B and you kind of break the stem away from the rest, it looks like a 13. One time I wrote down Todd B, and somebody said Todd13, and so I was like, oh, I'm gonna stick with that. Okay, where's the sun? Sun's up in the sky still. Let's try and make it to the next village. Grab our horse. Whoops. Zoom. This horse is so fast. Little armadillo. This next village I kind of just refer to as my farming village because all of the villagers are farmers, and it's where I built all of the farms. So I have a pumpkin farm and an iron farm. Yeah, as we come around the bend here, pretty cool looking. That big tall thing in the middle, that's the iron farm. Nope, don't go anywhere, horse. Hello? Playing the staring game with the villager. Okay. So yeah, up here is our little base. And then there's a pumpkin and melon farm over there. Hello, golems. And this is the output for the pumpkin farm and the melon farm. So I just trade with all these farmers to get the emeralds to trade with everybody else. CamC, thanks for popping in. I do this every Saturday, and then episodes come out on Tuesday, so I appreciate you popping in. Okay, come on, Gollum, get out of the way. Let's sleep through the night real quick. Sleep, 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 sleep. There we go. So yeah, I've got my enchanting table. This is an XP farm. I got my cow farm over here. Oop. Got my mine where I get a lot of my stone. Where'd my thing go? There it is. Come on, horse. Okay, so if we ride around here, past the mountains, there's going to be a little horse stable off to the left. These are all the horses I found. And then up to the right, up there, that's a track where I can test how fast they are to figure out which horses are the fastest. And then you can see way up on the hill, that's the next village. And there's a really cool, off to the right here, you can kind of see the suspension bridge off in the distance. Kind of neat. And as we ride up, Minecraft making a comeback. I don't know if it ever really went away. I think it's one of those things that you sort of put down and pick back up, and yeah. So this is Coltrane. This over here is my house. And this village, real, a lot of white and dark wood. I think this village is probably the biggest one. Hello. And then, yeah, my little place, it's kind of empty right now. I did have storage at each of the villages, and I ended up building the central kind of storage area. These are my builds. This is all survival vanilla. So yeah, like I said, a little empty right now. I was waiting for the shelf block so I could start building some furniture and some tables, so that's what we'll do with this space, and it'll be pretty fun. And then off in the distance, that's the bridge. So, yeah, if we ride up the hill, on the right, there's just a little itty bitty mine, which is where I got a bunch of the deep slate for the bridge. And it's funny, up close, it looks a little blocky, but from a distance, I'm pretty proud of how it turned out. This is the latest, so 1.21.10. The green blocks are just copper. The copper oxidizes over time. So if you leave it out in the weather, it'll turn colors. You can scrape the oxidation off. And sometimes if you have like a lightning rod, like I do up here, if it gets struck by lightning, it'll take the oxidation off too, which is kind of cool. But yeah. Yeah, 1.21.10 is the latest. Copper got introduced a couple of versions back, and then the latest drop they just did gave you more uses for the copper. So you can do the copper golems, copper armor, all of that. So yeah, pretty fun, pretty cool. As we come along the ridge of the hill here, you'll see up in the distance the hilltop village, which I sort of just made to look like the top of a mountain. Yeah, lots changed since 1.8. They were doing like an annual update, and just recently they've gone to what they call a drop system. So they do 4 drops a year, basically, and each of the drops is smaller, but they're more frequent. So like this wood here, this white wood is what they call pale oak. It's real spooky. There's these biomes called pale oak forests or pale gardens. And it's cool. It looks like bleached out, and it's real fun. So yeah, this village, I just wanted it to look like it was kind of built into the top of a mountain. So just lots of stone and lots of gray blocks, stuff like that. That's pretty much the whole place so far. I did discover a village a little further south. Hello, Golem. So a little further in that direction, and then off in the forest, there's a village too. So eventually we'll take the road out in that direction. And like I said, we'll do that all in the next 30 episodes, and then we're gonna call it done and move on to a new series. How long have you been working on this world? Oh, it's all right. I don't mind. I answer a lot of the same questions over and over just because people are new to the channel. But yeah, this is the other direction that the road will go in, and you can kind of see I've cut out a little bit of the start, but we'll get to that eventually. I'm on episode 70, so I do an episode every week, so 70 would be just over a year. I do most of the road building during live streams because it's not very exciting. But the builds with like the villages and stuff like that, that's what most of the episodes have been. Connor, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Yeah, my channel, it's smallish, you know. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, I don't think. Pretty laid back, pretty chill. But it's fun. I like to do different things. You know, I like to... The whole point with this series was to just find villages and connect them. But it's a lot of roads and a lot of villagers, and I kind of miss the adventuring. I kind of miss the redstone builds. So once we get done with this series, we'll move on to a new series that'll be much bigger builds, much more redstone, and it'll be pretty exciting. Let's see. Let's do just a tiny bit of mining here and kind of set ourselves up for success. I have our horse. I also need food. So, let's get some cows going in our cow farm. Grab some wheat. The music too, if you like the music, I do all of that. It's all available on Apple Music, Spotify, all of that. There's links in all the video descriptions and all that. But It's pretty fun. I used to play on an SMP, and that was pretty cool. The problem with SMPs, of course, is there's other people. And so, you know, at the level I'm at, it's not my full-time job. I do, you know, have other things I have to do in my life, and it's the same with other players. People can only devote so much time, and so when you're on an SMP, some people come and go, or, you know, they just can't commit, and it's hard. It's fun to play with other people because you can collaborate and stuff like that, but maybe we'll do that again someday. Let's throw all these seeds on the ground, and let's feed our cows. Eat the wheat. Come on, you can do it. Looks like a nightmare down there. I thought it was smart to cram more of them in there, but it's really hard to get them to take the wheat. Okay, we'll let those cook. What they do is they have their little babies, which get washed over here into a little water system, and they'll end up right in this space here, and then I just clobber them and pick up the wheat, or leather, and the beef and all that. Let's see, I got about a half an hour left. What else can I do in that time? Let's see, nothing I need there. Oh yeah, we were gonna do a little bit of mining. Let's run over here to the mine entrance. I think I'm doing okay on stone, but we're getting a little low on tough. Oh, hello, slimes. I don't think I realized that slimes could spawn down here. I mean, I'm not totally surprised, but I just haven't seen any. Hello. That's fun. So, yeah, over here, this will get us into the trial chamber. Yeah. Do. So, put that away. I think the road to the, what do you call it, mesa, might take an episode or two, or a stream or two. And then we can kind of turn our focus to the taiga. We discovered a taiga village, but we haven't done anything with it yet, or built a road to it, or anything. And during the episodes, I want to do a little bit more exploration, expose more maps, kind of fill out that whole map library room. I don't think anything can spawn in here, but I'm just going to light it up just in case. Refan, welcome back. Just going to do a little bit of mining to kind of get ready for the next stream next week. And then I'll probably call it at the top of the hour here. I think I said earlier, I finally watched the Minecraft movie. Thought it was great. And they just announced a sequel. This is going to be another Minecraft movie. I wouldn't be surprised if they called it that. Because the first one was called a Minecraft movie, so the second one should be called another Minecraft movie or something. But yeah, it was super, super silly, super fun. What have I done so far? In the whole world? Or just today? All I did today was a little bit of work over in the mesa on the road. And then I walked across the world to my farming village where we got some cows going in our cow farm. And now I'm just grabbing some tuff so that we'll have some materials to build the road next week. That's all. Yeah, today that's it. Mesa Road, and ran across the world to a couple of the villages. Doot, 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 doot. When I first saw the trailer for the Minecraft movie, I thought Jack Black was a little bit of a weird choice. He was fine. Yeah, he kind of doing his own shtick, and it's appropriate. He and Jason Momoa were really good together. And then I realized later that the guy who directed the Minecraft movie, he also directed Napoleon Dynamite, so that's why it's so weird and kind of nerdy. And then also he directed remove the 5-minute timer. I don't know if I have a 5-minute timer. The guy who directed the Minecraft movie also directed Nacho Libre with Jack Black. And so that's how they know each other and how they got involved. What do we got? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4.5 stacks. Perfect. That'll be plenty for the next stream. Let's go ahead and drop all that off. How are we doing today? Today we're doing pretty good. We've got about 20 minutes left in this stream. We've mostly just been doing road work, so nothing real wild. But that's how it goes. You gotta do the monotonous stuff sometimes. All right, let's run back up top. And nighttime, let's sleep real quick. Okay. Let's run over to our little spot and drop some of this off. Tough, 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 tough. Great. No cows yet. Still waiting on them. Okay. So, feel pretty good about that. Definitely running out of food, though. Who is John Pickle the 72nd? Uncertain. Let's see, which side did I put the horse on? Horse was up here. Yeah. Okay, let's ride back to map library, and then we'll kind of recap. Zoom. Yeah, pretty pleased with this horse. Definitely faster than anything we've had so far. Uncertain. Don't know, I said. Do you know, I guess is the question. Okay. Let's park the horse and let's review real quick. Give me that torch back. There we go. Okay. So, got a little bit of work done over here in the desert, working our way over to the Mesa Village. This is going to take a bit, especially with the bridges in there and all of that. So that's probably what you can expect on future streams, is more road work over there. And then, yeah, once we get that situated, we'll work on the road on the other end over here, right there, and figure out how to connect it up with that village and the villages down in the swamp. And that'll be great. So Tuesday's episode, like I said, is ready to go. And yeah, if you're a YouTube member, you can watch that now. Otherwise, just stay tuned for Tuesday. Did the 1.21.10 update, so we've got all the new stuff, which is really great. Yeah, I'm pretty jazzed about that. Again, all of this is going to happen in the next 30 episodes, and then we're going to move on to the next thing. And I'm pretty jazzed about that. Pretty excited. So cool. Well, thanks all to all of you who popped in and for the support. I really appreciate it. Over in the vertical stream, y'all are great. And yeah, I'll keep doing the two streams, the vertical and the horizontal, so that you can kind of pick and choose whatever you like. Yeah. So keep the comments coming. I love the ideas, things like that. Always interested in what you're wanting to see. And yeah, we'll do it again next weekend and on Tuesdays, and it'll be great. Thank you all again, and I will see you next time.